As a user of natural light, I will apologize that the lighting today is probably going to be kind of crappy. But here we go with another monthly recommendations. Hey everybody, welcome back. I haven't done a monthly recommendations in a while, and it's very strange that I'm actually going to be doing this one because this one for the monthly recommendations group is your OTPs. I usually try to do monthly recommendations. Monthly recommendations is a Goodreads group started by Trina at Coffee&Chapters and Kayla Rain. I will leave the monthly recommendations Goodreads group down below so you guys can go and check that out for topics. I did miss last month's, which was historical fiction, which would have been perfect to do, but last month got really busy with work. But I'm definitely going to be doing this month's, which is OTPs, or your one true pairings, as I understand it's called. Now, normally I'm not somebody who reads a book and goes, I ship that. I'm not like that, and I just haven't gotten bored with the whole shipping thing. But definitely as I'm reading a book and as couples come together, I definitely have established some OTPs in my reading time. So here are a few of my OTPs. I will say that I am an in-canon OTPer. So if the couple is meant to be together within canon or within how the book is written, I am normally flowing with that. I normally don't ship them with somebody else in the book or somebody who is not in canon with them. So for example, a lot of people ship Hermione and Malfoy. I don't see it, I don't understand it, but good for you, go ahead. But that is definitely not somebody I ship, and I definitely ship Hermione and Ron all the way. So if they're in canon, I usually ship them. However, I do have one example of where I didn't ship an in-canon couple. So in the Anomaly series by Krista McGee, there is a little bit of a love triangle, and at first I was totally on board with the first OTP, but this is actually a case where I ended up going with the person she didn't end up going with. And even when the book ended and she did end up with who she ended up with, I still wanted her to end up with the other person. I still liked that other character so much better. So I ship Talia and Alex, or Alexander is his full name. So I ship those two together, and unfortunately, this is a case of a tragic OTP that just did not work out, and it was kind of heartbreaking. It was definitely a heartbreaking OTP, but I still put these two together. Another OTP I really enjoy is Gwendolyn and Alan of Ellsworth. I love this couple together because they are a team. Alan really understands the idea of marriage between a husband and wife is a teamwork. The man is not above the wife. He is the leader of the home, but his wife is his partner and will support him as he leads the home together. So Alan really has that well established, and he really wants to bring that into Gwendolyn's life, but also share his faith with Gwendolyn. But Alan also, this is a case where I've talked about couples before where they're like, you don't share my faith, we can't be together, but they still pull each other along. This is a good example of Alan understanding that Gwendolyn might not share his faith, so he was quite willing to step back and let God do the work. And I really appreciated that about Alan. What I appreciated about Gwendolyn is what she's a very strong female character who wanted to be strong like the knights of her time, but was kind of oppressed as a woman in her home. And she wanted to fight against that, but she was doing it respectfully and trying not to be rebellious and disrespecting her parents. And she also realizes when she is at her weakest, that is when she can draw strength from God and from faith and from other women around her really supporting her. Both Alan and Gwendolyn are a strong couple who appreciates each other's strength and weaknesses and works together, and it's just a really good partnership. So another really strong OTP from the Valiant Hearts trilogy by Dina Slayman. Another OTP that was strong and in canon for me was Peeta Mellark and Katniss Everdeen. I ship these two together. I am not on Team Gale at all. I never was on Team Gale. You know, the whole fact Team Peeta, Team Gale, or Team Edward and Team Jacob, like the whole team guy thing, I don't understand, and I'm normally just like, oh, no, she's going to end up with Peeta. I'm okay with Peeta. And I really enjoyed Peeta and Katniss's drive to keep Peeta alive, because Peeta just did not deserve what he was being put through and that drive for that. So I really enjoyed that, and I just enjoyed them together as a couple. As I say that I'm normally not a team person, Unblemished by Sarah Ella definitely changed that. I am a team Kai. I have no idea who she's going to end up with, but I am definitely team Kai. But Eliana and Kai are definitely my OTP out of the Unblemished trilogy by Sarah Ella. This is a case of another tragic OTP that I'm not going to talk about, but Kath and Jest. Forever. And finally, the OTP to end all OTPs. Éowyn and Faramir. Forever will be the greatest OTP of life. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I'll leave the Goodreads group in the description bar below. Let me know in the comments who your OTP is, or if you OTP out of canon or in canon. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!